Dr. Urea is a psychologist, a lecturer at the Special Education Department, Psychology and Educational Sciences faculty at Bucharest University, Romania. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you that you are here. My research has come from the social need for an intervention, an effective intervention. I have to say, in Romania, in the last 10 years, not the increase of the children with the behavioral problem is the issue, but the different typology of this kind of children. So we have tried different programs. Some of them work, some of them not. And from all reasons, because it's crisis, we have to conclude our financial support. So we have to put the family and also the teachers who work with these children in a different position. Therefore, we made this research as a part of international program financing by European Community. And we have to say that this knowledge of personal safety is sometimes in a common language associated with personal security. Yes and no. Yes, at the prominent level, but no in our research. But it also has to know that everybody tend to do some action that keeps us safety. We wonder how these children are safety in a risk field and how they are safety for themselves. But first of all, we have to tell that we used it as information, theoretical information, that the personality study was focused on self as a personal construct, because this is the key, self as a personal construct. And also between this self and the general system of personality is an interaction. The concept of personal safety has long been assimilated with the confidence, and it was a study, especially from Erickson, from social intelligence point of view. But it's important that this confidence, it's not, how you say, a given one. It's also by developed individual native, but it also involves how you adopt an attitude to self-confidence. Any factor or complex of factor can affect personal security or can affect personal safety. But let's take to the research. We have a golden aim, how we say in Romania, to investigate this kind of features and, of course, to produce some intervention program. I have to say this program is not concerned from psychological point of view. It involves also social workers and most of them teachers, because the issue we, how we say, provide some therapies, okay, but at school is the problem how they are implemented. So we have three tasks to investigate the personal safety, to investigate the reactivity of changes, because most of the children are in constant environment of change, social changes, pressure, demands from parents, demands from friends, and also how they are how to react to failure. We have to understand that failure, it's not how you assume to do a task in an action. It's a general image on yourself. I'm a failure. Why I'm a failure? I don't know. Okay, I have to say that our lot of research was a representative one. We have 1,219 pre-adolescents. Most of them, they are boys, but there are differences, I would say, relevance on girls. You have to say, okay, so girls have problem on behavior level. And we use three main quiz. Okay, so we found each quiz has a specific typology. For example, at personal safety, the typology was the needed of personal. A person is called a needed one in a personal security area. A person, another type, is insecure, totally insecure, and some of them they are realistic. But we have to see what we found. We found that most of the children that we have investigated are the needed one. This means they are involved in a lot of risky activities and as an expression of massive mask fear. This kind of behavior become a pattern of social communication because all this, behavior we can see in social communication field. And it's about, it's a bargain when you make a relationship. In fact, they have a high level of assuming inutile social risk as an express of need of personal affirmation in social environments. We need to say that this pre-adolescent has the need to be recognized by social world. But in this case, it's a risky need because they don't evaluate in a proper way the social condition and also don't evaluate the following consequence of the actions. But we also found sometimes they are present in our investigative assumption, the person who we can call the realistic one. But it's not, a person matured from psychological development. It's a person that learned some street mechanism coping and use this street to evaluate and calculate the risk. And therefore, he can do or not what his perspective. For example, she or he know how to beg. They also have in Romania, in our metro station, some songs regarding on the weather, from Christmas, from Easter, and also have a special expression, how can beg and where can beg. If you are well dressed, use a different, story to impress you. This is a kind of a person that learns street mechanism, because this kind of, teaching is not taught in the school. Okay. At the reactivity of changes, we see that most of them are free spirit. Free spirit means that they can do whatever they want because they are not involved in long-term relationship. They are this kind of not involvement determine a higher level of challenges. I can do this no matter what. And also from the social point of view, we call these children dangerous one because you can't predict how will behave in the next time. And without any prediction, all the methods of intervention are almost zero, not effective, not positive effect are seen in this area. But we also find that some of the children know how exactly they are. They know exactly how to see and how to evaluate themselves. But in the perspective, how can I get my benefit from this situation, and this one I will evaluate myself. For example, if you put a child of this one to do a task, a school task, depending on the reward they get, they say, okay, I'm good, okay, or maybe okay, I'm bad, or sorry, I'm dumb. Depends what they get. If you see that if they are dumb, get more rewards, okay, they are dumb in this situation. But in reality, they are not dumb. They also have a high level of IQ, especially, some of them are gifted, intellectually gifted. So it's surprising, but yeah. Okay, and the reactivity of failure, most of them are complex one, but this kind of complexion is associated with the insatisfaction because on a long-term basis, their effort to gain respect from social security, from social environment is not recognized. So all the work was done in nothing, they consider. But in some area, they are known as a nickname. This is the bully, this is the dog, this is the metal. And this kind of, local context recognition give them, a personal way to deal. it's a person how I'm the boss of you and you have to do it, but just in one. In another context, I'm poor, I'm stupid, he took a different attitude. We have to say, if we analyze it on how say worldwide perspective, there's this kind of children manipulate the general population to gain what they want. And most part of our research allow us to make us a specific typology. We have to say to you that based on this typology, we developed 5 types of program intervention, because in some of the situation, the type A and B are fluctuated. So this fluctuation is based especially if the child has a family that can support them. Because in some crises they go home, but in some crises. And it's important to involve this fact. This was my research. I hope to have some questions from you on the end. Thank you very much.